From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, March 6th, 2016. Silver is trading at $15.53 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,259 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $407. Antiwar.com reports Japanese Premier Abe Shinzo has announced he is suspending construction work, which is meant to facilitate the relocation of a U.S. airbase in Okinawa to a less densely populated part of the island. The suspension is meant to allow more conversations with local officials. The Okinawan officials want the U.S. bases removed from the island outright, though Abe insists that he still has every intention of relocating the base as was previously planned, simply moving it away from a crowded area. U.S. bases cover a significant portion of Okinawa, and Japan has to heavily subsidize those bases established after World War II. The U.S. has resisted any serious efforts to reduce their presence on the island, but has accepted the idea of Japan paying for them to move to other parts of the same island. The Futenma Air Base is by far the biggest issue for locals since it is right in the middle of a major city, and growth of the city is significantly hampered by the presence of a big base full of U.S. Marines. Abe insists relocation is the only option, but the locals say that the move will have an environmental impact and the elimination of the base is preferable. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports Texas Senator Ted Cruz trounced Donald Trump in the Kansas and Maine GOP caucuses, while Trump won in the Louisiana primary. Cruz won by 13 points in Maine, but ran away from Trump for a 25-point victory in the Kansas caucus on Saturday, but Louisiana was called for Trump late Saturday evening as he had a large lead. Florida Senator Marco Rubio and Ohio Governor John Kasich battled for third place in all four of the races, and neither got within 10 points of either Trump or Cruz. Cruz told reporters in Idaho after the Kansas win that it appeared Republicans were beginning to line up behind him against Donald Trump, saying if Donald Trump wins the nomination, Hillary Clinton is going to be president. Cruz also won the straw poll among party leaders at the Conservative Political Action Conference, taking 40% of the vote to 30% for Rubio, 15% for Trump, and 8% for Kasich. On the Democratic side, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders defeated former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton in the Kansas and Nebraska caucuses, while Clinton was projected to win big in the Louisiana primary. Democrats in Maine caucus on Sunday, March 6th. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerary supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $3 per month through Patreon and get perks like ad-free versions of FPP Radio News and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's fans.fppradio.com. Reuters reports Amazon.com Incorporated said it plans to restore an encryption feature on its Fire tablets after customers and privacy advocates criticized the company for quietly removing the security option when it released its latest operating system. Company spokeswoman Robin Handelay told Reuters via email on Saturday, "We will return the option for full disk encryption with a Fire OS update coming this spring." Amazon's decision to drop encryption for the Fire operating system came to light late last week. The company said it had removed the feature in a version of its Fire OS that began shipping in the fall because few customers used it. On-device encryption scrambles data so that the device can be accessed only if the user enters the correct password. Well-known cryptologist Bruce Schneier called Amazon's removal of the feature stupid and was among many who publicly urged the company to restore it. Apple Incorporated's legal battle over U.S. government demands that the iPhone maker help unlock an encrypted phone used by a shooter in San Bernardino has created unprecedented attention on encryption. Amazon.com this week signed on to a court brief urging a federal judge to side with Apple. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.